Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, April 22nd. We are out here with the kids. It's raining a little bit. Now it appears that it stopped, but we were going to the truck for a minute to give them a break. And on the way out, I found a killer point. So
right by footprints.
There's a bunch of footprints in here. Someone obviously walked it. Looks like maybe yesterday.
But they don't find them all.
But they didn't find this one.
Look at this too. How hard is it to miss that? Right on a little pedestal. Yeah, look at that, where it laid. Killer freaking point.
Just waiting for me.
Look at the ears on that. The base. Let's see it real quick. Beauty. Alright. We'll be back out. Good job. April 22nd. We took a break there in the truck for a little bit for the rain and just came back out. We're walking a tiny little high spot here, trying to get away from the footprints that are already in the field. And maybe 10 minutes in, and I got one on the ground here. Looks pretty good. See here?
Yep.
Looks like it might be Indiana green too. Hopefully the tip's there. It's got a great base on it. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's got a tip.
Oh, nice.
Not too bad. Really, look how thin it is.
That's really cool.
Super thin. Great flaking on it. Great base. And good color. Yep, looks like a piece of Indiana green.
Very nice.
Alright, I'm on the board. Alright, still out here about 10 minutes after I found that Indiana green point. Kaya's got something huge in her row. Look at the size of this.
It has like all different kinds of colors.
Yeah, it's beautiful flint too.
Stuff.
It's a monster. It's got a, you can see a little bit of a broke spot there, but it's huge.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pick that up. See right where it was laying there.
Kind of heavy.
Man, that thing is huge. Let me take a peek. I don't know exactly what it is, Kai. It's got a broken... I don't know if it's a big tool or if it's a point. Yeah, it's a big one though, isn't it? Good job.
Thanks.
Alright. Alright, about 5 minutes after I found that, or after Kaya found that big one, Deacon's got something down here. Right. There you go, bud. Okay. Take a look at it here. Kind of like a triangle or something, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of wonky. Got a little bevel to it though. All right, Deacon's on the board. Good job. All right, literally 30 seconds after Deacon pulled that one out, we just switched rows. And he got this row and yelled, point! Looks like, sure looks like something. All right, bud, go ahead. What you think? Is it?
Flip it over.
Yeah, broke on it? A little broken base, or?
Yeah.
It's cool though.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's actually really nice, really flakeable on this side. Look at that.
Really pretty color.
I can get it in the camera here. Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh wow.
Okay, watch out, you're sitting. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, look at the flaking on it. It goes all the way across it. Yep, just got a broken base.
That's cool. cool.
Oh, yeah, there you can see the flaking on it. Beautiful. Good job. All right, bud, there you go. Good job. Bye. All right, just after Deacon got that last yellow one, Kaya's got something up here. Looks like it might be broke. Kind of sitting up in these roots here. All right, go ahead, Kaya. Oh yeah, like a broken guy. Let's see here. Crude. Really crude. It would be just broken there on the end, but all right, it's a find. Good job. All right, Kaya looks like she found a pretty nice hammerstone. She's been wanting to find one of those for quite some time. It's got a pretty good divot there on top and pecked all the way around the edges there, you can see. Oh yeah, good one. And Tika's got something over here. It looks like, I don't know, maybe a big chunky tool or something. Not a day of just full of finds, so we figured we'd video some other stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty crude.
Yep, it's definitely a tool though, isn't it? Yeah. Oh yeah, flaked all the way, big flake scars. Yep, big old chunky tool.
Just like you.
That's cool. Awesome. Well, on that note,
Hey, so we are in a different spot now. We're kind of working our way back to the truck, so it looks like it's gonna rain again and it's getting kind of late for the kids. So I just found something a little funky.
everything today, huh?
Everything's funky today.
Couple good ones.
My first one was good, and then it's been a little slow for me, but not
The little guy.
the kids. It's broken.
Got a broken ear.
Broken ear, broken base. Same color as the one that Deacon found,
It's
though.
got some nice flaking on it there on that side, though. Oh well, it's another find. Good job. What's going on, everybody? Here's a cleanup video for April 22nd. Didn't have a killer day, but not too bad nonetheless. Figured we'd just go through some of these real quick while I got some good lighting. Kind of show you some of our finds. You know, obviously, just like anybody else, we got a handful of brokes. Some of the stuff would have been pretty nice. Just a monster tip here that Tika found. Fortunately, it was broke. Big tool. Kind of crude, but definitely worth bringing back. Here's a cool piece of pottery that she found. I thought was neat. You can see all kinds of designs there in it, it appears anyway. And it's on a site that we don't normally find any pottery, so that was pretty nice. And then this, you know, I don't want to show all the brokes, but this one I thought was kind of a bucket list find that we were hoping to find is a Fox Valley point, and I believe that's probably what that was. You can see it had just the smallest bifurcated base there, but it's broke there, and obviously the rest of it's broke. But beautiful material, and would have been just a cool Fox Valley point, I think. Some of the finds though that we did find, here's that tiny little brown one Tika found there at the end. It's got some really nice flaking on it. Unfortunately, like a lot of things, it's kind of chipped up and stuff, but kind of a different material, which is interesting with that site in particular. We find a lot of this, and I don't know if anybody else finds it, but we find a lot of this brown, really chocolatey brown flint, and I don't know if it's just from how it's aged or what, but it's all in the lower section of the field. So up on the higher areas we find more of the colorful flint, and in the lower section, it seems like the lower ground, it seems like it's just full of this brown flint. So I don't know if anybody knows exactly what that is, but that's kind of interesting. Just a kind of a broken piece there. Another broken one here. There's a triangle, kind of funky broken one there. Wasn't the day for the best, like I said, best looking finds, but there's another wonky looking triangle. This would have been a pretty nice piece. And actually, this is another one that's found in that lower area. You can see how brown it is. You know, and this thing would have been probably pretty darn nice. It's got some killer flaking on it. Super thin. You know, that light's showing up how well it's flaked. Yeah, it's worked really well. But yeah, it's got a little broken base on it. But yeah, that would have been super nice. And then here's that base that Kaya found. You know, and it's just a monster. It's made really well. You know, that thing's worked really well too. Huge piece of flint. Very colorful. And not sure exactly, like I said, what it is. I don't know if it's almost looks like that Dixon that Tika found here on our last trip out there, which is basically right across the road. You know, I don't know if this is kind of an ear here and here, and this was gonna, you know, be a stem here or what. It looks like it might have been broken in manufacturing, and they reworked it in there. I don't know for sure. If anybody has an opinion on that, let me know. But it's pretty good size. This is the piece that Tika found. This is a beautiful piece, made really well. Sitting up on that pedestal there, which was kind of funny because it was right by somebody else had walked the field before us. So there's footprints everywhere, and this was about 5 feet from some footprints. So, you know, everybody can't find them all. But it's really heavily ground here in the base. So I'm almost thinking maybe a contracting base, big sandy. I'm not sure on that one. But and then I found this one here. You saw it's made of Attica chert or Indiana green. Beautiful contrasting colors in that. It's got a couple little chips on it, but it's flaked really well, super thin. Just a nice piece. It's got decent bevel to it, decent serrations to it. I'm almost thinking that that's a it's got a pretty ground base as well. So I'm almost thinking that might be a nice a dovetail. You know, a little bigger than the one I found last time, but our last trip. But yeah, let me know what you think, if you think that's a dovetail or not. It's probably one of the nicer Indiana green pieces I found. So anyway, that's what we found for April 22nd. So hopefully everybody's having a safe and productive trip, and we'll see you next time.